What's up, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. This is the video I was working on when I got sidetracked yesterday. Ended up whipping up that montage. But basically in this video I wanted to show some of my favorite plays from a 31 win streak that I'm currently on my Striker Titan alone. Just playing the Striker this weekend in Trials on a 31 match win streak so far. And looking forward to continuing that on Friday. So, got to play with some fun people. Play with Hovey, Manigator, and Pwn Star for Hire, and Lyncher, and Apex Chris. Just had a great weekend playing Trials, and I really got used to this map. So, on Monday is when I managed to rack up those 31 consecutive wins. So, these are just some of the highlights, and I wanted to do some post-commentary and kind of talk about how they shook down. You may recognize some of these plays, but not all of them, and hopefully this is helpful for you in some capacity. So this was a fun play. Basically, at the beginning of the round, I see this invisible hunter pushing through center. I usually assume that if there's an invisible hunter, then they're probably wielding a shotgun and they're ready for some close quarters combat. So I just jump straight back. Manny goes down up here. It leaves me and Pwn Star. So we both converge up here. He says there's two. So now this guy's got to pick who he's going to look at, since Pwn and I are coming from two different areas. So he chooses to look at Pwn. It opens me up for the snipe. Last guy runs away from the orb he was covering and comes back to get the revive. I choke on that lightning grenade, and I could have wrapped up the round right there, but I choked pretty hard on that lightning grenade. And now Pwn goes down going for the revive, and so I'm left to kind of make a play here. I know I only have two because I still have that orb behind me. After I take out the first guy, I just instantly jump straight up and backwards to create some space, and no one expects that. No one expects you to do that. That's why I love the sky sniping so much. Like, this guy, he's expecting I'm just going to slide and shotgun this dude, but when he pulls the trigger, I'm not there anymore. And not only that, but I've got perfect accuracy. So here's an instance of a time where we wave off heavy. These guys initiated the wave. I accepted. I snipe one. I put a lightning grenade there to deter the revive, but they go for it anyways after shooting the grenade down. And I'm just kind of waiting it out because I wanted to get that revive and then drop my super. My super ends up getting all three of them, so that was kind of a fun moment. This is another different team on heavy round, and we came from two different angles there. They chose to look at the wrong one. I hate heavy rounds so much, I almost always try to just go deter heavy and push theirs. Got some nice aerial snipes here on this one. It's kind of fun, two back-to-back aerial snipes. And man, am I really enjoying this bellicose build. I can't get away from it, you know. There may as well be no other exotic armor in the game for Titans as far as I'm concerned. It's not just fun, but it's also very, very useful. So, lightning grenades, I decided, you know, these are, in my opinion, some of the best grenades in the game. Look at that. They just reach so far, I'm able to get the double kill off of body shots and then wrap the last guy up. Lightning grenades, they reach so far and they do a ton of damage. So, they're really great for shutting down. Like there, I threw it to hopefully damage the guy, but primarily just to block him so that I could come in for the revive on Pwn. Now here's a round that was just some good teamwork between me and Lyncher. Classic, run, break line of sight, pull a 180, and get the shot. So we get pushed here. We get one guy down, but the other two decide to push 2-on-2 instead of sticking around for the revive, and we punish them for it. They push, we break line of sight, turn around, and as they're mid-sprint, they're pretty easy to gun down. Lyncher gets the one on the right, I get the one on the left, and that's how we do business. Here's that same strat working for me. I only get one with my super, but I break line of sight with the pillar, pull a 180, and get the headshot. And that's just a simple, not complicated strategy that works in a lot of different scenarios. Here's a really fun moment where Manny and I are getting pinched from opposite sides. He takes the one behind me, I take the one behind him, and I jump over his firing line because I don't want to obscure his view, and get the aerial snipe while he gets his chaperone kill on the guy behind me. And that was it was just kind of a fun, coordinated, we didn't talk about it, we didn't plan it, we just did it. And that was a lot of fun to me. So as you're watching these plays, just want to talk a little bit about the Striker Titan as opposed to using Hammer of Soul in Trials of Osiris. Now, obviously and undebatably, the super for Hammer of Soul is just much more effective. I mean, you can get a full team wipe, you can get 2 full team wipes with the Hammer of Soul super. But on the striker, you get things like the shoulder charge for some extra momentum pushes, and the lightning grenades are just unbeatable. I think that the grenade options for the Hammer of Soul Titan, for the Sunbreaker, just not quite as good. So, speaking of those lightning grenades, here was one that was just perfectly placed. Like, I couldn't have asked for better placement on this grenade. I get a guy primed here, this Warlock, and I chuck the nade, and it lands perfectly. Look where this lands, at the bottom of this box. And just perfectly so that the lightning shoots into the opening, the little doorway that he runs into. Look at that. You can see the 122 proc way inside there. That's awesome. I love it. Moments like that, I love it. This aerial snipe right there, that was that drive-by snipe, as some of my followers have dubbed it. That was while I was on the phone with my wife streaming. So that was kind of fun reading the chat while I'm on the phone with my wife. Like, they're like, did he just get that shot while he's on the phone with his head sideways? So, anyways, it was a lot of fun. Neither here nor there. So here's a 1v3 scenario where they sent one invisible hunter up on me to sort of apply pressure up front while the other two sniped. But I saw him coming, managed to take him out, and then left me with a 1v2. And I couldn't get this last guy as he's peeking. He did a pro move right there. That's one of the things you want to do. He got the revive and then sprinted through his teammate's body so that it pushed him out of the way. But that lightning grenade, I placed it kind of up there near where the orb was originally, and the guy got caught in it. And if you get caught just right, you do the timing just right. I mean, you don't have any control over it. The grenade pulses at its own pace. But if you do it just right, they get caught in it, and if they don't react in time, then it'll pulse twice before they can really get out of the area of effect. So that's what saved my life there, and then obviously the super around the corner. I failed on a grenade there. I was going to try and cover my teammate's escape, but I ended up hitting some hanging light fixture or whatever, screwed up my grenade. Now, I wanted to stick around and get those snipes, but there's just so much visual cover with those pillars. So I wanted to provide a way out, so I rotate over here to the right instead of being on the left, since there's no way out over there. I got one guy left, but he's getting the revives, and it's like, crap. All that work was for nothing. I gotta go reset, and I'm out of special ammo. So I run back here, get myself a box of special. I know that the round is gonna come pretty close to a close here, so I'm looking at my super, and I'm thinking, I may actually get that super charged for the battle for the zone in the middle of the map. So I'm kind of playing passive here, trying to sort of charge my super. And I'm thinking maybe I can get one. If I can pick one off early and then go 1v2 with a super, I'd feel a lot more comfortable with that. So that's my plan right now. I come up here, I see this guy, but I choke on the headshot. And then the lightning grenade doesn't land in the right angle, doesn't finish the guy off. Now I'm going 1v3. I know there's one here, so I come around the opposite side and drop the super, but he just moves around just out of reach. And then the shockwave didn't reach far enough to get the other guy, so that kind of jacked me up. That one hurt a little bit. I worked that hard. I ended up, I think it was 5 or 6 kills in that one round and didn't win. So that one kind of hurt a bit. Here is just a good example of using a lightning grenade just to block a revive, sort of deter them from coming in for that revive. And then it lets me come up around on the right, get an angle on a couple of guys here, get the team light. Here was a nice aerial sniper. I went up really high to get a nice angle. Figure this guy's looking low, he's not looking high. This here is a team wipe that wasn't flashy. You're not going to see it in any montages because it's primary and equipment. Basically just gun a guy down, win a straight up gunfight, gun to gun with the reflection sun pulse, then just do some team firing in the tube. One backs off, leaves his opponent or his teammate completely helpless there. Then I just chuck that lightning grenade on the wall and decide to go around for the flank. But he comes right into that grenade to get the revive, and then Apex Chris gets another grenade kill. So it's all primary and grenade, and it's not flashy. It's not necessarily pretty or highly impressive. It's just good gunplay. And you don't have to be super flashy to win trials matches. You just have to have good skill, good gunplay. That can take you really, really far. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed some of these plays and some of the post-commentary. And maybe it's been refreshing to see a not Sunbreaker Titan for once in a video. So hopefully that was helpful in some capacity, guys. Looking forward to catching you in the Crucible, maybe even in Trials.